Hey, good morning. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Motivation Weekly. We are doing the Law of Success series, lesson number 4, imagination. Welcome, everybody. I am Dave Luer, the founder of Elite Body Shop Solutions, and I want to welcome everybody to another episode of the Law of Success. We are doing a 15-week journey through this book that was written in 1925 that has really set the standard for every personal development book ever written since. So we are on a 15-week journey. We are in lesson 4 today. And if you missed the first 3, be sure to go to our YouTube channel and check it out, man. We've done some pretty cool stuff in the last few weeks. So Albert Einstein said that logic will get you from A to B, but it's imagination that will take you everywhere, right? He also said that imagination is more important than knowledge, and that's coming from a pretty smart guy. So if someone as smart as Einstein believes this, why don't more people use their imaginations to create better lives for themselves? That's a really good question. We're going to explore that today. I actually really like today's topic. It really speaks to my own purpose in life. It's what gets me out of bed every single day, is helping business people think bigger, to use their imaginations to build amazing businesses. See, there's something so inspiring about entrepreneurialism, our ability to take an idea, just the seed of an idea, and create amazing plans that can build an immense business that positively affects so many lives. It's really incredible when you think about it. I used to marvel at going to a big city and looking at the skyscrapers, knowing that each one of those skyscrapers started with just a single idea from somebody's imagination. So what is imagination exactly? The dictionary says it is the faculty or action of forming new ideas or images or concepts of external objects not present to the senses, okay? So to put this in regular terms, imagination is both interpretive and creative in nature, meaning it can examine facts, concepts, and ideas, and it can create new combinations of all of these things. So you've probably heard it said that there's really no new ideas in the universe. I don't know if that's true, but it very well could be. However, I can tell you there is an infinity of available new combinations of all the other ideas. So when I coach small businesses, I commonly challenge them to stop simply attempting to copy the guy down the street. See, businesses can grow certainly by following best practices used by others. However, the biggest growth and opportunities can be found by redefining their businesses. Create something the world hasn't seen a million times already. And I often recommend businesses look inside the industry for ideas and best practices, but also look outside of the industry for an idea that, combined with something you have learned from within the industry, you can create something new and exciting. So even the great inventor Thomas Edison, you've heard of him, did not use a single new idea to create the incandescent light bulb. He actually combined 2 very well-known pieces of knowledge that a lot of people already knew about that finally made the light bulb work, made it a reality. See, everyone knew back and then that you could take a wire and light it up when you applied electric current to it, but it was by applying another known fact that that things burn up in the presence of oxygen that led Edison to removing the oxygen by encasing it in a glass bulb, right? And he also used carbon to make the element last longer. So in the book, in the Law of Success book, that is, Napoleon Hill describes how energy is created through the use of imagination. So even though in 1925, radio waves were a fairly recent discovery, He writes, even back in 1925, about how people can use this same science to capture ideas when the brain is in tune, so to speak. So being in the right kind of wavelength helps you be more creative. It's almost like there's all these ideas floating around, and when your brain is in tune with them, you can capture new ideas. You've heard people say things like, hey, are you and I on the same wavelength? You know, it's kind of like that. And there's actually practical science, modern science, that indicates truth in Napoleon's teaching from way back in the early 20th century. So this concept of creativity is especially powerful when engaging in a brainstorming session with someone who is on the same wavelength as, or in harmony as you are. So recently I did a webinar on the power of mastermind groups. This is why this concept is so incredibly powerful, right? Napoleon's definition of a mastermind group is 2 or more people working in harmony towards the attainment of a definite purpose. You see how this all kind of works together? Okay, so here, let me give you a couple practical tips how you can utilize your imagination to create lives and businesses that you want. So the first thing you got to do is, I recommend planning some time to use it, right? Setting aside some time to get creative, to use your imagination. Find a quiet place or listen to some inspiring music while you get creative. Another tip is, and I know this sounds weird, but you need to give yourself permission during your brainstorming sessions to think big. Okay, I know this sounds crazy, but you've got to be able to give yourself permission to eliminate all the limitations during your imagination session. There's nothing that can go wrong if you think big. So focus on the reasons why your ideas will work instead of immediately choosing all the reasons why it won't work. Trust me, you'll have plenty of time later to do that, right? And then finally, find a friend. Maybe your spouse is on the same wavelength as you, or someone you can be in harmony with, and get creative with them. All right, so I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Please visit our YouTube channel and subscribe, and you can get motivation anytime you want, right? So if you like today's content, please leave a comment in the comment section. We really want to hear from you. That's the only way we really know you guys are out there. So please leave a comment, share it with a friend. Now listen, the world is your canvas for your imagination. You are the painter. There are no rules. So go get to work, and we'll see you next Monday. Thank you for listening.